Max Verstappen won the Hungarian Grand Prix, the 12th round of the 2023 Formula One World Championship, to set a new record for consecutive race wins for Red Bull. Verstappen made a better start than poleman Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes, who lost further spots to both McLaren's of Oscar Piastri, who profited from hugging the inside of Turn 1, and Lando Norris, who drove around the outside of him at Turn 2. Norris undercut Piastri for second place at the first round of pit stops, and clung onto the runner-up spot despite a charging drive from the second Red Bull of Sergio Perez, who finished third. How the 2023 F1 Hungarian GP unfolded. Hamilton and Verstappen shared the front row for the first time since the infamous Abu Dhabi GP of 2021. But Hamilton couldn't hold his hard-earned pole position advantage on the run to Turn 1, as Verstappen eased his way down the inside at Turn 1. Hamilton, forced wide by Verstappen, lost a further spot to Piastri straight away, and then Norris demoted him further at Turn 2. Hamilton fell to fourth, ahead of the Ferraris of Charles Leclerc and a fast-starting Carlos Sainz, who started from 11th on soft tires unlike the majority on mediums. A first corner clash was sparked by Zhou Guanyu who, after making a terrible start in his Alfa Romeo, punted Daniel Ricciardo's AlphaTauri into Esteban Ocon, who clattered into Alpine teammate Pierre Gasly. Ocon and Gasly were both forced out with suspension damage, the second double DNF for Alpine on the trot. The race settled down with Verstappen romping away to a big lead over Piastri. Perez, who started from 9th on hards, gained a spot from the Aston Martin of Fernando Alonso at the start of lap 8. Sainz was the first of the top 6 to stop on lap 16, switching his softs for hards, with Hamilton pitting from 4th a lap later. Leclerc suffered a slow stop when the left rear wheel gun failed, rejoining 11th behind Sainz and Lance Stroll, Aston, who'd also stopped earlier. Leclerc soon battled past Stroll at Turn 2 on lap 20. Verstappen reeled off his 7th win of the season, 33s ahead of Norris, who chastised backmarkers for getting in his way but held on to second place. Perez charged to a solid third, while Hamilton passed Piastri for 4th with 13 laps remaining and closed right up to Perez at the end of the race. 6th placed on the road Leclerc received a 5s penalty for speeding in the pits during his final stop, and coupled with George Russell, Mercedes, passing Sainz on track for 7th with 5 laps to go. Russell took 6th position instead from 18th on the grid after his qualifying disaster. The Aston Martins of Alonso and Stroll claimed the final points, behind the Ferraris of Leclerc and Sainz.